Another component is body composition. So we need to understand a player's body fat levels, level of lean mass, muscularity. Some of these things we can get substantially more information when guys actually visit the facility and come in-house. We can still get a very solid idea remotely from about 95% of these things. But again, in-house, we're able to get a much closer idea of body fat percentage. We're able to get guys on the diagnostic ultrasound, actually look at their soft tissue, look at their ligaments, make sure those things are in a good spot and healthy, get them on the motion capture system and actually put hard numbers on some of these positions to get a baseline, get them on the force plates, get them on the dynamometers, and just get specific measurements for a lot of this stuff. But again, most of this stuff we can see through that remote assessment. About 95% of this, we can still gather all this information, and we still do in that remote assessment process. So now you go through some of these components and giving you kind of some snapshots, a little sneak peek here, and you really have the ability to interpret what you see on the mound. You have the ability to understand, is this something that we need drills for, that we need cues for, that we can just tell a guy to long toss, do overload, underload, do pull downs, or is this something deeper where we need to pair that mobility side, individualize a strength and stability program for this guy, understand the nutrition side, and just see how all the pieces fit together. And a lot of the athletes we talk to, their initial reaction is, man, there's so much going on in my body that I didn't even realize. Or they're just generally surprised by how much detail goes into that initial intake process. They think they can just sign up and immediately get going like a day later. And the reality is, like, our process takes about 2 hours for them to go and film all the dozens of videos that we require to get this type of information. So it is a higher friction process, but ultimately we're not necessarily focused on like the fastest process. We're focused on what we feel is the best process to actually get the information that we can help players with. And so a lot of players are shocked by that, by how much time and effort goes into that initial piece of the process. But we feel very strongly that we need this type of information to really hone in on giving players what they actually need. We're trying not to use a shotgun approach. Our job is to use more of a sniper rifle and be a lot more targeted with the interventions that we're giving from a programming standpoint.